I don't want to burst the fantasy bubble of many tennis fans, but the new Breakpoint Netflix series is not catered to hardcore fans who watched every single minute of the last season. It shouldn't have been a surprise if you had any idea about Netflix in general and the way they produce content about sports. But of course, Twitter warrior tennis fans are not happy because they are never happy. They are certain that everyone should cater to them when the truth is that those weirdo tennis Twitter stans are a very niche group that normal people do not have anything in common with. But the biggest problem with these people who have received the announcement of the series negatively is that they are just lying to themselves and living in denial about some undisputed facts. I am not saying that you should like everyone on tour, because that would be insane as well, cause there are players that I absolutely despise, like Tsitsipas for example, but you have to try and be at least a bit objective when you are judging them. So no matter how much you cry about it, Nick Kyrgios will be the most popular tennis player outside of the big three at this moment in time. No matter how much you present something that you want to happen as facts, it will not change the reality. It is no surprise that Nick Kyrgios and Thanasi Kokkinakis are key players in the pilot episode of the series. They were unbelievably entertaining on court at the Australian Open, they had the most engaged fans at their matches, they have enough personality to be memorable to people that will be watching something tennis related for the first time in their life. I'm sorry for disappointing some, but watching a pseudo-philosopher hair flipping while searching up generic life lesson quotes on Google is not going to entice anyone to watch tennis after the series ends, because at the end of the day, that should be the end goal for all parties involved, right? Tennis organizations are working with Netflix to bring more eyes to their product, and obviously Netflix wants to gain something out of it as well. So they are going to work with players who are potentially the most interesting for the casual viewer. You would think that it's common sense, but unfortunately common sense isn't so common anymore. That's why there are so many stupid questions like, why is there no episode about Rafa, or Novak, or Iga, or insert any other name here? And my question to those people would be, don't you think that they would get every single top tennis player in existence on the series if they could? Obviously, not everyone was so keen to appear in this series at the start. The same way Ferrari or Mercedes did not allow access in the first season of Drive to Survive. Only once it became clear it would be a success and worth doing, they got involved. So if your nosy ass wants to see more of Nadal, Djokovic, Rublev, Tsitsipas, Swiatek, Goff or Ostapenko outside of the tennis court, then support the first season of Breakpoint, because if the support is undeniable, then they will have no choice but to give tennis fans what they want. But if you don't want to support Netflix, then you could support an up-and-coming YouTuber. That's me, by the way. Subscribe to the channel because that would be hugely appreciated, and in return get some unique tennis content. Check out the recommended video for some tennis hot takes, but until next time, take it easy, my friend.